All right, so there's this creator on TikTok that I wouldn't say I follow because I don't follow him, but I see him a lot on. He comes up in my feed, my FYP, and I do watch his videos. Not so much for his side of things. I watch it more for the other person's side of things. Basically, you could say the victims side of things, just because I can only imagine how annoyed and frustrated they're feeling, and to me, it makes sense why they're feeling that way. But anyways, this particular channel that I'm talking about apparently also has a YouTube channel, which I guess that makes sense. If you do TikTok, why wouldn't you also do YouTube? But the guy calls himself Cart Narcs. Now, he calls himself a plurality, Cart Narcs, but it's just him. He always says we as well, but it's just him. So that kind of makes it weird. But anyways, apparently a year ago, I didn't know it was this long ago, and that he's been famous, if you will, for that long, but he was on Dr. Phil. And for some reason, everybody loves this guy, Sebastian from Cart Narcs. You know, always on the TikTok videos, everyone's always pro him. They make fun of the people that he's essentially harassing. Even on here, the comments on this video are saying, like, Dr. Phil brought Sebastian on to be the villain when everyone knows he's actually the hero. But here's the thing. I agree, I guess, with what Dr. Phil thinks, that this guy really is a dickhead. Like, he's annoying. He's basically starting trouble with people over the dumbest thing. He starts trouble with people because they don't bring their carriage back to the carriage corral. Now, I get it. You know, the carriage corral is there for a reason, because that's where you're supposed to put your carriage when you're done using it. And also, having loose carriages can be, what's the word I'm looking for? Problematic. Like, maybe if it's windy out, one could roll and slam into your car. I actually saw that happen a few years ago. It was too far. I couldn't stop it and save the person's car, but there was a carriage. It was windy, and it was just going, and it was picking up speed rapidly, and then it slammed into someone's car, and you could tell that it dented it as well. And I was like, oh my God, that sucks. That person's going to be mad when they come out and see that. So, yeah, there's that. There's also the aspect of, depending on where you leave your carriage, it could be in the way, which means you're kind of like taking up another spot, which that's kind of ridiculous. Like, the spots are for cars, not for carriages. But still, I feel like the way that this guy goes about approaching things and what he does, he's really a dickhead rather than anybody that's trying to do any good. And at the end of the day, he's really not doing any good, because all he's doing is annoying these people. And, when he harasses them to put their cart away, they don't do it. They just get mad at him because he's bugging them, and it just becomes an irate situation rather than a solution. I've only seen one time that it became a solution. He confronted one guy, kind of like a younger guy. He looked like he was mid-20s. And then the guy was like, you know what, you're right. I probably should put my carriage away. And he did. That's the only time I've ever seen the situation not escalate and the person actually go and put their carriage away. But yeah, otherwise, like, he basically is very confrontational with these people. Yeah, he does it in like a semi-nice seeming way, but it's almost passive-aggressive. And, if you can read passive-aggressive, how do you say that? Passive-aggressivity, then you feel the tension and the hostility. And then he throws magnets on people's cars. He'll put this big flag on people's cars. Like, at the end of the day, it's not that much of a problem, I suppose. It's only a magnet. It'll come right off. Both the flag and the regular, like, sticker magnet. They're just magnets. And, it's not really that big a problem. You just take it off later, and this dickhead put some stuff in my car, and then carry on with your day. But that's not the point. In the moment, you're like, who is this fucking idiot bothering me, putting these stupid things all over my car? Like, go away. Who are you? So anyways, I just wanted to kind of cover the intro. The intro to this is, it's just the Cart Narcs guy, like how they always do when they have a guest. It's just usually a normal person. Well, this is the Cart Narcs guy, so he's got clips of himself and whatever. And I just wanted to kind of go over that and say my piece and what I think, because obviously he's trying to show himself like, oh yeah, I'm some kind of, unsung hero. But it's like, no, you're annoying. So anyways, let's just get into it. Let's check that volume. Okay, full blast, good, and go.
Today on Dr. Phil, beware of the Cart Narcs.
When I do see that some lazy bones has left their card out, I turn on the wand of justice and activate the mouth siren. You do more than just ask them to put their cart back.
Is your disability lazy bonesitis?
You shame them.
I don't know who you think you are.
You say you're a trained agent. Who trains you?
Me.
You put the shopping cart behind my truck, which preventing me from leaving.
Why didn't you just take your cart back?
Parking lot monitors specifically pick up shopping carts. That's their job. They get paid to do just that.
If I just go...
All right. I do have some things I want to say. So first off, he does his stupid Scooby-Doo, his dumb noise. Like, in a way, like, I guess it adds some sort of entertainment value, I guess, to his videos. But, like, think about if you had somebody, think about it from their perspective. You're in the parking lot getting ready to leave, and then there's some idiot mildly off in the distance with this wand that apparently he lights up. You don't really see it in his videos, but apparently he lights that thing up, and now he's saying, coming towards you. It would be like, what the heck's wrong with this guy? Is he mentally challenged or something? Is he going to ask me for some spare change? Is he homeless? You know? Second thing, the last guy that we were just listening to talk, I forgot his name. I listened to this segment earlier. I forgot what the guy's name is. Clarence, I think? I don't know. Anyhow, yes, he has a very valid point. This guy right here, Sebastian, worried about bothering everybody for, oh, you didn't put your car, is that where it goes? But like that guy was saying, they have people that they pay to gather the carts. And as long as those people are doing their job and doing it well, it doesn't matter if somebody leaves a cart in a dumb area because the person will be out to gather it. You know? I mean, geez, the kid that lives on the second floor of the apartment complex that I live in, he's a Walmart carriage person. Like, that's his whole job. All day, he's just getting carriages. So if you leave a carriage in a dumb area, he'll get it. Same as that Price Chopper. I don't know the guy's name, but he's been there for, over a decade for sure, easily. And he's always out there gathering the carriages. Like, they have people that they pay to do that. So if you leave your carriage, say, next to where you parked, it's really not that big a deal. It will get gathered, and if the people are doing their job, it'll most likely get gathered within a few minutes of you leaving it there, even. You know, like... I get it. Yes, you should bring your cart back. There's a spot for it. It's stupid to just leave it there. It's kind of like at a restaurant, like a McDonald's or something. I mean, I guess you can be a dickhead and leave your tray full of trash on the table. An employee will come around and gather it up, throw it away, get the tray and clean it, wipe the table off, and everything's good to go again. But you could also, or should also, throw it away yourself. You shouldn't rely on the employees to do it. So, I mean, you can make that argument, but still. Like, think about if you were going to leave a tray and then someone came over and harassed you and was annoying. You know, it's just like, you don't need to cause a scene. It's not that big of an issue. It's not that serious. Like, I think something this guy should get involved in would be littering. There's nobody that's really out worrying about litter and patrolling the streets for litter and cleaning that up and stuff. But that would be a better cause if he wants to get into something, because more often than not, litter just sits there. It gets littered and then it's just there. The only people that really end up cleaning it up are, like, criminals that are out, you know what I mean? That are out on, like, a temporary release thing. Or it's, like, the town, or the state, I mean. But then that's, like, a project that they have to budget into their time and everything. Otherwise, it just sits there. So maybe that is a better cause than just random carriages at stores that you happen to be shopping at. Like... And then that's the other aspect. Like I said, how he's kind of confrontational. He does say stuff like that and, like, make fun of people. Like they're saying here, I guess it's the better word to say, shames people. But yeah, he basically makes fun of these people, so they claim, oh, I have a condition. Oh yeah, what's your condition? Lazy bonesitis? It's like, look, bro, you don't need to try to make fun of me because I have a condition. It's none of your business that I even have a condition. Never mind you making fun of it now. Now, at the same time, later in the segment, we're not going to get to it. Maybe I'll make multiple parts and we'll eventually get to it in one of those parts, not in this part. But he does say, like, basically Sebastian says, like, you know, like one person was saying, I have a bad knee when they didn't put their carriage back. And he's like, oh, did you have a bad knee the whole time you were in the store? And it's like, yeah, I mean, come on, don't use dumb excuses and pretend you have an illness when you're fine. You spent how long in the store? Like, there was one, it is in this Dr. Phil segment, but it's not going to be in this part. It was a woman, like I said, he confronted her about not leaving her car, and then for some reason she tells him, I just got $300 worth of groceries, which don't know what that had to do with anything about the confrontation, but she still says that. And so then she says, I have a bad knee, and that's why she couldn't take her carriage back. And it's like, okay, but You were just in the store for how long? I mean, you bought $300 worth of stuff. Yeah, groceries are more expensive nowadays, but still, $300 worth of stuff is still a decent amount of stuff. So you were walking around this whole time just fine, but when it comes to putting your carriage away, and now all of a sudden, oh, I have a bad knee, like, that's a stupid excuse. Same as this woman that I think in this intro clip that I just paused it for. She claims she has a bad back or something, and then he makes fun of her and says, oh, really? Because she throws her drink at him, and she's like, yeah, she throws her drink at him, and then he says something like, well, your back can't be that bad if you're throwing stuff, or you can't be that, have that much of an illness or whatever, because you can throw your drink at me, and then she reveals that, oh, it's my back, and he says, well, you still need to have a good back to be able to throw. And it's like, yeah, like, don't make excuses. You just walked around a store for how long? Totally fine. And now you're going to pretend, oh, my back is so bad. That's why I can't put my carriage back. Oh, I just spent an hour walking around the store, but now all of a sudden my back is so bad that I can't put my car away. Like, it's just dumb excuses. So, I mean, at the same time, yeah, he's justified in what he says because he's being a realist. Like, I'm always a realist too. Like, don't give me your dumb excuses. If you're going to give me an excuse, give me a good excuse. Give me a real one. Don't make up something stupid and think I'm stupid, because that's just dumb. You're showing that you're stupid while assuming I'm stupid, and that's not cool. So, but still, he shouldn't be bothering to confront these people in the first place. Never mind make fun of them. Like, you're being a dickhead and being annoying. Like, don't go and make the situation worse by making fun of somebody that you're just harassing for no reason, basically. Anyhow, carrying on.
Out there and say, why don't you take it back? They don't see the consequences.
You just don't know what the hell you're talking about because the evidence contradicts what you're saying. Sebastian has a growing number of fans and critics, some of whom are here today. Now, he says as long as there are lazy bones in the parking lots, he has a mission, and his work is just not done.
Don't hit me, ma'am.
I'm not gonna hit you. I'm gonna take your glasses. I'm gonna throw them on the ground.
I'm Agent Sebastian. I'm the founder of the Narcs. Narcs are an independent organization that tries to get people to just take their cart back to the cart return. That's not where the carts go, that's the mulch. When I do see that some lazy bones has left their cart out, I turn on the wand of
See, like, he's starting a trouble right there. That's not where the carts go, that's mulch. Like, that's not even a problem. It's out of the way. Like, some of his arguments are like that it's in the spot of a car, it's taking up the spot a little bit, or like I said earlier, that it can roll into a car. It's not going to do anything sitting in the mulch. It's perfectly fine right there. It's not going to be able to move because the mulch is very frictiony, you know what I mean? Like, the cart isn't, if it's windy, the cart's not even going to move. And it's not taking up a spot because nobody's parking in the mulch. Geez, even motorcycles aren't going there. So he's just causing trouble. So it's out of the way. Yeah, okay, it's not where it goes. I get it. But at the same time, it's not really affecting anything. And, something I was thinking about? Sometimes when people leave their carts in dumb areas, it's actually convenient because then you park and then there's a carriage right there ready for you. I found that convenient for me several times, especially when my daughter was younger, a baby, and I needed the carriage to put her in when I was in the store. Sometimes it was super convenient. I'd park, and hey, look, carriage right there. I'd park right next to the carriage just so I'd have it. Easy access. Get out of the car, boom, right there, put her in the carriage, carry on. Don't have to go to the receptacle to get one. Don't have to go in the store to get one. It's already right there. Like, I can load up the carriage with her diaper bag and with her and all that right from my car. So, in a way, these quote-unquote lazy bones could very well be helping out the next person inadvertently, like me when, 10 years ago.
and activate the mouth siren. That's not where the carts go, it's the middle of the spot. We've had hundreds of encounters. I've had many threats on my life being a cart narc. Besides a guy pulling a gun on me, I've had multiple people say they're gonna run me over. Well, sir, that's not nice. Sir, that's against the law. There's definitely an adrenaline rush.
Go yourself,
ma'am.
cart narc. How about that?
This is my uniform. I have an equipment vest, which is actually a bulletproof vest. I put my body camera right here, captures everything that happens so nobody can lie about it afterward.
Something I was thinking about right now, too, he keeps saying cart narcs and stuff, and like I said in the beginning, it's just him. There's no employees, no nothing, it's just him. So it should just be cart narc, because it's him. But I was just thinking, he says, I put on my uniform. He calls that his uniform. And he always seems ready to go. In all of his videos, it's like, obviously they're not staged. He catches somebody live, just, not putting their car away. And so it makes me think, I never thought of this before, I'm thinking about it right now. What does he do? Does he just go to random parking lots and just hang out there all day, just trying to bust people? Like, is he turning this into an unofficial job and being that much more of an annoying dick? Just hanging out in the parking lot like, oh, I'm definitely going to catch at least one person today. I got my vest on, I'm good to go. Like, he has to get ready for that. He's putting on a uniform, and he's got that stupid wand with him, and a body cam. Like, he's got a lot of work to put into this just to make his videos. So, that almost makes it even more annoying. Like, seriously, bro, you were watching me the whole time? Just so that then you could bust me? Like, this isn't just a random happenstance chance encounter. This is you, like, seeking me out, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, you were watching. I don't know, like, I almost feel like this makes it worse. Like, his whole tactics are even more annoying now, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would almost be better if he was more natural. Like, if he was just there, and anytime he saw an opportunity, like, oh, somebody didn't put the carriage away, and he just pulls out his phone and starts recording or something. I almost feel like that would be better. Like, this feels more targeted. Like, you're intentionally being annoying. You're not an employee of any of these places. You call yourself an agent, but you're not actually an agent. You're not trained in anything. This is just some dumb, annoying crap you do on your own. So, like, you're self-anointed yourself as an agent. Like, and you're just intentionally hanging out in parking lots? In a way, also, wouldn't that count as loitering? So, here he is trying to act like he's all high and mighty, busting these people and shaming them and making videos of them and stuff because they don't put their carriage away. Yet, at the same time, essentially, he's an enemy of the store because he's loitering in their parking lot all day just so he can try to catch one or two people who didn't put their carriage away and make videos out of it and all that. Like, I didn't even ever think of that before. This just makes his whole dickheadness that much deeper now. What else did I think of when I was saying all this stuff, too? I don't remember. I thought of something, but it slipped my mind. But still, yeah, it never even occurred to me, ever. Out of all those TikToks I've seen, out of seeing this now for the second time, this episode of Dr. Phil, it never occurred to me until right now that he's just hanging out in parking lots. What a dickhead. Like, you have nothing better to do. I thought he had a real job. Apparently he doesn't. Apparently he probably could have turned this into his real job now. He's got like 1 million subscribers on TikTok. He probably has a decent enough amount on YouTube. So, between all the ad revenue and stuff, he's probably okay and doesn't need a job. So now this is his job, just being a dickbag, hanging out in parking lots.
It's curbing, sir.
You know that's against the law to videotape somebody.
I had this wand here, which
Oh, I just remembered. That guy said, it's against the law to videotape somebody. I don't know if that's actually true or not. I guess it is. You'd have to have consent, right? I'm thinking, I watch a lot of, like, Audit the Audit and stuff as well, the police stuff, and obviously you can record a cop, so that's why I was thinking, I don't know if that's true, but yeah, this is a private citizen, so I think that would be true, that he can't just casually record them freely like that without their consent. But that's the other thing that I was going to say that I just remembered when he said that, was a lot of times he records these people and then he posts the video just with them as is. So, like, not only are they being shamed because they didn't put their cart away, like, come on, that's not even a violation. Like, that's not even something worthy to shame someone of. You know what I mean? It's not like they're abusing an animal or they're abusing a child or something actually heinous. No, they just didn't put their carriage away. Like, relax. You're going to put somebody all online like this over something that dumb. But anyways, the thing I was thinking is he doesn't even blur them. Like, the least he could do is at least blur their face. Keep their voice there, keep their car or whatever, but blur their face. No, you just, like that guy, you just saw him backing up. Hey, you don't have, basically he's saying inadvertently, you don't have permission to record me. So that means Sebastian here doesn't have consent. That guy doesn't want to be recorded, and Sebastian shouldn't be doing that. So the least he could have done is blur his face, but does he? Nope. So that's the other thing I was thinking is a problem, like how he's a dickhead about this, because he's just outing these people, even though they didn't even do anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even a real crime. It's like on TCAP. Those guys get busted, and okay, yeah, they say, oh, I don't consent to this, but it's different. It's like, well, your consent in this moment doesn't matter. A, you're trying to do something very vile, so you deserve to be exposed. B, I mean, this is through a television show, so it's not really like private citizen on private citizen. It's like a media company versus private citizen. And 3, almost in all of the stings, the cops were there. So it's like it becomes different. Like, you have no say whether your face is recorded or not. But this is completely different. This dickhead should at least be blurring them.
Up, it shows that I'm highly visible.
I threw drink on you,
That's
little
assault.
girl, okay?
And that's
Be a little girl.
And as a feminist, I take offense with that. After I asked them nicely,
I don't want to keep stopping. I do want to let this idiot talk a little, but I was just thinking about that too. I don't know what the interaction is prior to that, but she says, I threw drink on you, little girl, okay? So she's making fun of him, which makes me think that he's probably whining a little bit like, oh, you threw something at me, blah, 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 crying about it. But it's like, okay, I get it. I get it. He doesn't want stuff thrown at him. Nobody does. But at the same time, it's like, you started it. You chose to be a dickhead and go run up on this person and confront them because they didn't put their carriage away. Like, calm down. But yeah, and now you're gonna be a little pansy because they threw a drink on you. I'm wet with your soda. It's like, come on. This reminds me of like those girls, women, whatever you want to say, who like to dish out, heat, so to speak, to other people, and I just say it how it is. But then when you go and do it to them, they act like it's the worst thing in the world, and oh, you're such a dickhead, you're such an a-hole, you're such a jerk, and it's like, really? I'm doing what you do. You think that you're saying the truth all the time to other people, and whether they like to hear it or not, but yet when I do it to you, it's a huge problem. And that seems exactly like this. Whatever he was crying about, because she threw a soda at him, so was he crying about it? But, it's okay for you to be a dickhead and run up on these people, though, right? Start trouble with them for no reason, be confrontational. That's okay. But when they do something about it...
to return their cart, if they still don't do it, I slap on a bumper magnet for shame.
Where does it say that I have to do anything?
That's the thing.
It's politeness.
That's great. Keep picking them up.
Think about somebody besides yourself. Our videos get millions and millions of...
See, there's that, too. Think about somebody besides yourself. But... in a way, I almost feel like that's him, too. Like, okay, why don't you think about somebody besides yourself? You're being a dickhead here, causing trouble for this person for your own personal gain, really. At the end of the day, that's what it is. You're making videos that you're able to monetize, and you're gaining some notoriety. I mean, you made it on Dr. Phil. Even though they're portraying you as the villain, still, you made it on Dr. Phil. So, who wants to talk about, thinking about someone besides yourself? Like I said in the beginning, if he wants to actually make a change and do something that matters, then either A, do something where you are, cleaning up trash and litter, or B, what he could do if he wants to make a difference is just handle the cart yourself. Maybe casually call these people out. Make them feel like, I almost feel like this might be even more effective in a way. Call these people out like he does. Hey, that carriage doesn't go there. And call them out. Don't be super confrontational. Don't try to make them put it back. Just be confrontational and then take it and put it away for them. Like, I get it. It might be frustrating because you feel like they should be handling their own carriage. But I bet you'd get a lot more people that feel bad that you put their carriage away for them than what you're doing. What you're doing is just making them mad, and they don't want to put their carriage away. You're just riling them up, and it's just, they're losing any interest at all that they have in complying with you and putting their carriage away. Where if they watch you put away their carriage, it might be like, oh man, that was mine. I should have did that. I feel like a dickhead now. And then after you do it, don't go back and confront them anymore. Just end it. Confront them briefly, call them out for them leaving their carriage there. Take it, bring it to the receptacle, and carry on. Don't go back. Just end it like that. I feel like that would be a lot more effective. Instead of the reason he does this, though, this way, is because it gets views. You think he'd get a lot of views if he actually did it the other way? No one wants to watch that. But all this gets all confrontational. There's conflict. There's almost fights. There's angry people yelling. This, that, other thing. Ooh, that's exciting. So that's what he does it for. He's like making a job out of being a dickbag.
This is because I think it's a common pet peeve. Is your disability lazy bonesitis?
And who the are you? Well, lazy bonesitis? How about itis?
People say you're bullying and harassing people. That's simply not true. What I'm doing is I'm not letting them throw a temper tantrum and dissuading me from my mission. I'm a highly...
I mean, you are, I wouldn't say bullying them, but what else did he say? Bullying or harassing them? Yeah, you are. You're attempting to bully them. You're failing, but you're attempting to, but you're definitely harassing them. You're succeeding at harassing them. Like, yeah, you are. And that girl, I laughed before because when he said, what is it, lazy bonesitis? And she said, do you have a-hole-itis? Like, yeah, he does. He has a severe case of a-hole-itis. It's bordering on douchebag-itis.
Trained special agent with the cart narcs. So what we do is we narc people out who'd leave their carts out like this, like big old lazy bones.
See, and that's kind of stupid too. He tells people, oh, I'm a highly trained, specialized, whatever, cart narc with cart narcs, and what we do. First off, bro, stop saying we. There is no we. It's you. What I do. Second off, you made up cart narcs. It's your own thing, so you're with yourself. And third off, you're not highly specialized. You're just some guy who wears a bulletproof vest, put a thing on it that says cart narcs, and you wear a GoPro on your chest and record yourself being a dickhead to people. Also, he says, I think it's probably a pet peeve of a lot of people. Honestly, I feel like not many people probably really care if other people don't put their carriage away. I think literally the only time someone would care is if the carriage blows down and crashes into their car. Otherwise, no one's thinking about it. No one cares. You know? I don't think I've ever noticed when carriages are in the corral or not, because it doesn't matter. You're making it matter for no reason. But yeah, anyways, it's highly specialized, and that's something too that Dr. Phil will talk about in the later part of this segment. Like, he calls him out for that too. Oh, so you call yourself an agent and you're highly trained, but it's by you, so it's really just all fake. There's no certifications, there's no actual training, there's no nothing. It's just you just saying it, which basically that's actually fitting for today's world, because that's the leftist ideology. You know, you can wake up one day and say you're a woman or say you're non-binary, and all of a sudden that's oh yeah, oh cool. There's no reason for it. There's nothing that actually is, you know, based in logic or reality for those things. You just say it and everyone's supposed to, oh, okay, yep. So that's kind of like this guy, I guess. He says he's trained and specialized and he's an agent, so we're supposed to just take it. Yep, okay, Agent Sebastian, yep, that makes sense.
You say I'm just shaming the public? Yes, I am. We are a social creature, and that's how we learn what to do, is by watching examples of how to behave. There is an epidemic of lazy bones in America, and the cart narcs are here to slide it back. Wait a minute, ma'am, please stop approaching me. I'm backing away.
Sebastian. No, come here, because I'm going to teach you.
Uh-oh,
The
pepper spray.
I'm going to teach you.
Ah! She's trying to assault me with pepper spray.
Oh, annoying.
You have pretty quick feet.
Well, yeah.
All right, so we're just going to end it there. It's the interview. Like I said, I might make more parts to this, but just to start, I just want to show his segment and talk about it. It's funny because I hate when his videos show up on my TikTok, because he's such a dickbag. But at the same time, I end up watching the whole thing because, like I said, it's for the other person. I can relate to them, and I always watch just to... what I actually want to see is one day where they catch him and actually, like, beat the crap out of him. He riles these people up so much. And, like, one day I just want to see someone catch him and just, like, slug him. I want to see, like, the person catch him, maybe see their arm swing. We won't see the contact, but then see, like, him go down. I don't think we ever will see it, because even if it does happen, I highly doubt he would upload it, because obviously that would look bad on him. And with, like, YouTube, you know, they're all soft about that stuff. We can't show violence. So even if he did upload that video, he'd have to cut that out if he wanted to keep it up on this channel. So you'd only see up to that part, and then it would probably cut. But still, that's the only reason why I watch. But yeah, this guy, he's so annoying and just unnecessary. He's starting trouble over the dumbest thing that does not matter. Like, it just makes no sense. Why are you going out of your way to cause problems with something so insignificant? It's so dumb. And then he acts like he's the good guy and everyone else is the problem. Oh, leave your carriage, lazy bones, blah, blah, blah. You know, you say lazy bones too, but it's like, people have a lot going on nowadays. You know what I mean? This isn't the 50s anymore. A lot of people are working 2 jobs. Also, it's an unfortunate thing, but, like, you know, marital life situations are in a point where, you know, people aren't married anymore, so now maybe you're a single parent raising your kids, you work a couple of jobs and all this, like, you know, if you can take any shortcuts at a break for yourself, then of course you're going to take it. So if that means leaving your carriage sitting there in the mulch next to where you parked, then what the heck? That's easy street. I don't feel like running it back. Good enough. You know, I put it in the mulch at least. It's not going to roll and hit someone else's car. Like, you know, it's not that big a deal. This guy is just such a dick. I can't stand him. The good thing is, like I said, is on this video, it's cool how, like, Dr. Phil painted him as the bad guy and basically was hating on him the whole time and stuff. It was good. Like, all right, whew, nice. At least Dr. Phil knows which side to be on. At the same time, though, like I said, the community wasn't really feeling it. They're all pro Sebastian and stuff. Even the like to dislike ratio, the like was like 2.8 thousand likes, where the dislike was like 3.1. So there's more dislikes than likes, and it's like, come on, man. There should be more likes. There should be all likes, no dislikes. Just to be like, yeah, F you, Sebastian, and your annoying, stupid nonsense that you think you have to do. Anyways, that's all I got. I've been wanting to make a video talking about this guy for so long, and I didn't know where or how to do it. I was thinking about duetting one of his videos on TikTok or stitching it, but I was like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like I'll be able to get enough in. And then I heard about this, that he was on Dr. Phil, and I was like, ooh, perfect YouTube opportunity. So here it is. So yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for checking this out with me. And until next time, it came out weekly. I said see ya.